Hello everyone and welcome. We're going to do a Sea Ice challenge on Rimworld 1.1. My name is Retry. So here you can see all the configurations according to Radamant's update challenge for 1.0. Of course we're doing Randy, Merciless, and reload anytime mode because I don't want to risk bad save file or corrupt save losing this series all along. And randomly generate the world 100% completely cold, and then we're gonna search for the coldest region we can find in one of the poles. Here we are. Check our factions. So we're friendly with purple and yellow. Ideally we would want to settle near one of those. So next we gotta take a look at the world, see how it is at the Pact of Pit. And the southern pole is looking quite alright. Seems to be a unit there, and we're looking for a place where summer temperatures are below -10. And seem to find a place here, -25. This is my first time running a series, and I've seen some Sea Ice challenges around. Thing is, what we're gonna do is, okay, here you wanna have the map medium default, but we wanna start in the summer or else we will not survive at all. Next, we're gonna get our pawn. It's standard developed by Radamant, following all his setups. Sea Ice Sarah, and we use the Prepare Carefully mod for this if you want to play, but that is the only mod we're using for this series. Everything else is standard vanilla. Alright, as I was saying, what we're going to do for this series is, since there are some pretty long periods of time through which nothing happens, instead of just watching that, we are gonna cut through those things. And now here at the start we get the beginning message. What we're gonna do is drop a save, because as you can see we do not have the triple code snap. So as soon as we start, I'm gonna stop, save, put the code snap in, and then come back. Alright, and we're back. We got the code snap. As we land, first thing we're going to do is pause the game and go over our character, check the gear. We don't have a lot of clothing. The temperature protection is not that good. Needs are alright. We'll set our medicine policy to the medicine that we have. We have some good mood boosts here we got to take advantage of. And then we got to take a look around the map to see what we got. I got some food laying all the way out there, 2 ship chunks, some more food and iron, steel, another ship chunk, and the rest of our steel. They seem to all be close enough. The snow hares are here. We don't have time to go hunt them, and they will soon leave the map as they realize there's no food around. So we'll allow what we have closest to us. And I think the first thing we do is plan where to place this base so that we're closest to the resources we need to get. Because we got summer to do all this before we got any other type of clothing. As soon as we get to the fall, into winter, we won't be able to venture as far from our base. So here, just do a little bit of base design, measure for room enough so we can put a we need a research bench, we need to put a double door for an airlock type, we need room for a bed or a sleeping spot, and for 1 or 2 campfires. Also, we need to make it so that we have room to expand later. I'm not very good at this game. This challenge is something new, so I'm just taking some extra precautions here, making sure I measure everything well, because we certainly cannot waste our resources at this point. So I realize this is too small of a base. We're gonna need more room. Yeah, that wouldn't be enough, I think. So we gotta get another row of tiles here for us. I think we should be able to do this. We're gonna have to use steel and wood that we have available to begin with, but we're gonna disallow the campfire because we don't want to build at first, and we'll take advantage of the fact that the resources, we're gonna build as close as possible to the resources we have right now, so we don't have to travel too long, because if we take too long, as the cold sets in, our manipulation is going to go down and we won't be able to build as fast as we need to. We'll die of hypothermia. So we gotta replace the campfire here. We're gonna do wooden doors, because we can afford the wood now. The steel is gonna be much more of a rare resource later on. Well, not really, I believe, but for now we need to conserve some of it. I like to set my own home area, so the character is not going outside needlessly to clean or do whatever. And then our roof area, so we don't have to be doing what we don't need to. So we're gonna get the rifle here. Some people might advise against that, because the rifle does reduce your moving speed a little bit, so depending on your start situation, you might have to leave that rifle behind for a little bit. So we're gonna build now. We're already shivering. We gotta keep an eye here on our condition. You see the hypothermia is creeping up really fast. Now we're gonna build a fire so we can start warming up after the roof is done. I'm just gonna always make sure to prioritize certain things, and temperature indoors is -50, slowly climbing now, but we gotta keep an eye out on our conditions too. We can start building our bed pretty soon. But there's a trick. You don't want to finish building it unless your manipulation has no penalties. So we're gonna disallow it for now and wait. In fact, it's taking a while for it to warm up inside. So we're gonna have to chill for a little bit. Indoors still in the negatives. If that fire doesn't pick up soon, we're not gonna make it. Well, okay. It seems it's stabilized. And now it's gonna slowly go down. Great. Alright, we're doing much better now. now that our manipulation doesn't have a penalty anymore, we can finish the bed with a much lower risk of failing the construction. Unfortunately, it's a poor bed, so yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do with for now. And the next thing we should think about is setting up a stockpile and start gathering our stuff. We don't have a lot of time. Soon we're gonna have to think about energy and a heater, and also a research bench, because we have to get on researching batteries ASAP, or else we'll just have to burn through all the wood. So we'll set up our wind turbine, and what I thought here was about placing it the closest so I could save on the conduits and still making sure it's not obstructed by the roof or by walls. But admittedly, this might have been too close to the building. We'll have to deal with that later. And we also need to set up a heater inside as soon as possible. But we don't want to build it now. We have some manipulation. Good, we're in good temperature. So we're gonna go outside and take care of that and work with the heater later as we recover from the cold. Alright. I don't know why she's building the roof right now. It's not really a priority. But we're already in minor hypothermia, so we gotta go back inside and start working on something else while we recover. So we're just gonna chill out for a little bit. Remember, you don't want to be finishing any projects while your manipulation has a debuff, because you don't want to risk botching that construction. All the resources are quite valuable in here and precious in this mode, so you gotta make everything count. So right now the silver doesn't have to be in here. Just make arrangements to move it outside, but we do need to set up some stockpiles inside to store our food, the components, and the medicine if we can. Because they, even if you put them outside under a roof, they will rot, and we can't afford the resources right now to actually build a storage room, so we'll have to wait. So here we go, we're only shivering. Manipulation already has a debuff, so we're gonna get as much of it done as we can. Go back inside, and then we'll come back to finish it. There we go. And speed here is kind of of the essence, because we want to have this room stay warm, because we don't want to waste our wood resources on maintaining that fire, because you know the game has some events that may happen, and well, she wants to sleep now, but that's not time to sleep. You just gotta take a few naps and work in between, Sarah. There you go. You now have power. It might be a little unreliable, a little bit, but why does she want to go eat outside? No, you're not eating outside. I hate this. Alright. Come on. Hold that thing. really struggling with this right now, but we'll figure it out in a second. Just go eat inside. Okay, let's let her eat, and then we'll go pick up the things outside. While we do this, I always like to keep watch of our hypothermia, because if we reach 61%, we're toast. It's over. It's game over. Okay, take a little nap, and we got a frostbite, so we got a self-tan real quick. Our manipulation is way down because of the cold, so it kind of takes forever to actually treat ourselves, and we opened the door so many times that it chilled the inside, so I think we're gonna have to work on this heater pretty soon, and hopefully we won't get an infection here. And we'll just have to see where this is gonna go, because Randy can be pretty unpredictable. One thing I'm trying to keep in mind for the future is to keep our colony value down, because we kind of want to delay for as long as possible raids of mechanoids before we can actually deal with them. So we're not going to be stockpiling more than we need to trade and to survive. But do keep in mind that to account for raids, your colony value and the point system, actually, sorry, I'm not very well versed in the words of how to call it, but I know how it works roughly. If I'm not mistaken, it takes into consideration all the items in the map that you can carry, including corpses. So if you start stockpiling a bunch of even tainted items and things that you don't need, even if they're outside of your home area, the map somewhere, that will still count when defining what Randy is going to throw at you when a raid comes. Of course, the first few raids are made much easier, and you might not even have to fight them, because, well, you'll see. So I really apologize as I'm trying to figure out where things are here. I haven't played this game for that long. Started playing it after watching a series done by Pete Complete, and kind of decided to try the game out. It was still before release 1.0 when I got it, but some things have changed since then, especially some mechanoids and some other mechanics, and I've decided to try the Sea Ice challenge again in this new patch, the latest patch. And here again, you can see our manipulation is down. It has a debuff of 8%, so we're gonna wait for it to go away before we finish a research table. And then, well, what we're gonna do is get researching the battery as soon as we can. And while we do it, we'll take turns going outside to grab things. And while we warm up, we'll do research to optimize our time. Ideally, before the summer is over, we want to have as much of our stuff inside or under a roof protected. The ship chunks, I don't know. We might be able to get them when we get some clothing. But for right now, it's not gonna go. And Randy here gives us a nice psychic drone low, female. So now we're moved as a debuff. We gotta be careful. Alright, so we gotta wait a little bit before we can go out again. So might as well throw some researching. Okay. And in the beginning here, there's going to be a lot of micromanagement. Probably for the best. Sarah needs to meditate a little bit. Unfortunately, we do not have any form of recreation right now. And as you can see, our heater ran out of power because the wind died down. And to remedy that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build another turbine ASAP, because what I found out was that even when there are really low winds, you can still have one heater function without issues. We're gonna recover a little bit before we go finish that. Alright. Your nap's over. Get to work. There ain't no lazy people around here. If you want to survive, you gotta put in the work. You know? You want to take something from the piggy bank, you gotta put it in the piggy bank first. So let's go. Okay. We're gonna let her rest for now. Let the cold go down. And ready to hold it again. Nope, keep hauling. There's no rest for the weekend. You're still okay. Minor hypothermia. You can go take a nap. So I think we gotta expand our storage area here a little bit. And what I'm gonna do, well, first I'm gonna put a roof over it. And see, we have a drone that's damaging our mood quite a bit for now. And we have this debuffs, milk table, awful bedroom, unsightly environment that unfortunately we just cannot afford to deal with them right now. And wow, Randy is really killing it with the events. Flash storm, luckily not above us. And as you can see right now, you gotta pay really close attention to when that fire runs out, so that you don't refuel it. So it's deconstructed, and now we have to rely on our heater to keep us going. That should be alright. Nope, can't eat outside. You're a serious condition. And we got frostbite again. Great. So, oh man, really cutting it close. Alright, let's put this temperature up a little bit. Keep a better threshold. It oscillates a lot because of the temperature flow from the inside to the outside. Here I'm wondering if we should get another heater, but maybe not now. I think for now we're gonna be okay. Let's resume our hauling. We're doing pretty good for now. And we have zit. Oh no, this can't happen. We gotta go put out that fire right now. Come on, Randy. Trying to burn me down already and then freeze me. Let's make sure we repair it, because you never know. And oh, okay. Let's build some roofing. Carry some stuff. And nope. Let's change our priorities here. I want you researching most of the time. And there we go. Now if we have our work priority on research at the top, well, I put it number 2, but everything else is 3s. What will happen is she will default to research inside, and then we can just tell her when we want her to prioritize certain things, like grabbing that medicine and the food that's left out there. And remember to always keep an eye out on the code. And one thing you gotta be really careful in the beginning is, you know, if you're outside for too long and something happens, let's say something happens, right? Power dies out, you have a solar flare, and now, oh, we got a transport pod crash, but let's go back in for a little bit first. But as I was saying, if something happens and you're already in a serious condition, you will not recover from it, so you gotta be careful. Let's see what we have here. No affiliations. It's got a synthread parka. Definitely it's got some good clothing. And I'm sorry, my friend, I think I will not take you in, but I will take your stuff. I just simply do not have enough food right now for that. So we can see that the pants are definitely better than ours for cold insulation. I'm just gonna wait a little bit till we get better, but we can't wait too long or else you will die. What we're gonna do here is we're getting quite long on episodes, so we're gonna drop a save and live out the suspense to what we're gonna do about this visitor for the next episode. Thank you guys. See you next time.